I've turned the audio, the game audio down dramatically from last week's episode, so hopefully the Gorillas didn't notice that one of their songs was playing, and I got away with it. Chances of that, possibly slim, but, you know, you have to believe in yourself sometimes. So the car I unlocked was an Impreza WRX. You know, it doesn't have a big wing, but it's not the big old high performance model, but an Impreza is an Impreza. You know, I've driven the Lancer plenty in this game so far, so you know, let's get the other side of the picture. I'm not gonna be able to drift as much to score, you know, bonus points, but maybe I'll be able to get to fuck. Well, since, you know, when you knock out one of the cones, it doesn't count anytime you go through it, you know, in the future, so once you knock one out, you're pretty much fucked, especially when it's one of the blue ones that give you, although arbitrary, they give you a fair amount of points more than the regular cones, so they're worth trying to keep around. Also, the orange ones don't score you any points to go through, but if you touch them, they take away points from you. Which is bullshit, but, you know, what are you going to do? I'm going to run out of time. Oh, okay. Guess not. Yeah, so the games I was talking about. The games that I want to get, but probably won't be able to get till Friday. The PS2 game I want is Shadow of the Colossus. I've realized that I actually do like games that aren't exclusively about racing. But so far, I've been kind of let down by Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't know what it is, but it's not enough like 2 so far. I know that at some point you do get to a compound, which is, you know, some encouragement to keep going. But so far, I'm like, eh. I mean, I do know that the Metal Gear games keep you in the dark for a long time, so maybe it will turn out to be a bit like, fuck you. A bit more like Metal Gear Solid 2, but, you know, if it doesn't, I'm ready to drop that shit like a hot potato. Which is weird, because it cost me, like, way more than MGS2. Fuck you! Probably failed this one as well. I'm gonna have to go back to doing a rear wheel drive car because I can't fucking drift this thing. So let's quit, and yes, if the microphone is out of sync again, that's Elgato's fault, because when it says live commentary, what it means is, oh yeah, your commentary is gonna be at least 5 seconds behind. I don't want to drive the Speedster again. Let's just... fuck it, let's just go back to the Ferrari. Who cares? Should hopefully get this done quicker. It's the plan, at least. I don't know if that's actually how it's going to work out, but that's the plan. It's the quickest car I've got, so we're in with a relatively decent shout of getting this all done. Plus, it's rear-wheel drive. I mean, I know it's mid-engine, but it's still rear-wheel drive, so I can get some slide going through the corners to score some extra points as necessary. I mean, what? I passed through a gate back there and it didn't fucking count it, did it? Anyway, the other games. So I've completely lost track of everything. I've decided that I'm interested in... oh, for fuck's sake. You breathe on a cone and it doesn't let you score points for a good 20 minutes. I've decided that I'm into aerial combat now, because I tried to play Operation Flashpoint Red River, and I suck shit. So I've decided I'm going to go for an Ace Combat game. I'm going to do Ace Combat 6 and Ace Combat Assault Horizon. Also, I fucking hit a wall. It barely even registered with me. We're going again. You know, I know that Ace Combat Assault Horizon is Michael Bay to Ace Combat 6's fucking Saving Private Ryan. And then another game that I'm planning on picking up is Over G Fighters, which is Das Boot when compared to both of those, in terms of being, you know, really slow paced and shit. I was kind of hoping there'd be a World War One, World War One, Jesus, World War Two, fighter pilot game in there somewhere, but it doesn't look like it. And I mean, jets are cool, so you know, even if I don't know a fucking thing about jets, they're still pretty cool. So I'm, you know, I'm fine with shooting, you know, missiles at people and stuff. Fuck off with that shit, man. I talked about the NHL, right? I talked about how I've decided that I dig hockey. I think that was last week. So I want to get NHL Legacy Edition, which I saw is in there. Pretty damn certain I already said that. Also, I want to get 2 more. Only 2 to go. You know, I have a lot of cash from selling my little 50cc bike, and most of it went to my dad to pay him back for initially paying for my insurance. And, you know, most of it is supposed to go into my bank to save up for insurance next year. Although, like I said, I'm looking at actually getting a job. So, maybe I actually will be able to buy a PS4 at some point and play Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash, as is my ultimate life dream. Maybe that'll encourage me to actually listen to this, to the speech about what I'm supposed to do after sixth form. Maybe that'll end up going somewhere. You know, my entire drive is I want a PS4 so I can play this fucking shit anime game. Tomb Raider Underworld is there. I'm not sure if I really want it, but you know, a Tomb Raider game is a Tomb Raider game. Everyone's got to play a Tomb Raider game at some point, so might as well go for that one, just since it's there, and I don't want to play the new Tomb Raider games. So, you know, the new Lara Croft I don't like as much as the design as the old one, if you know what I'm saying. So, that's why I'm gonna go for Underworld. Also, it's a little bit cheaper. That's nice. At least I think. I'm pretty sure. Should be. And there's like 1 or 2 games in there that I have a passing interest in, but one of the ones that might actually make it into my hands to be bought is Rumble Roses XX, which, if you've never heard of it, imagine Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, but except this time, instead of volleyball, it's wrestling. And you've got Rumble Roses XX. Although allegedly, you know, the wrestling is actually pretty good, so you can enjoy it as a game as well as pornography. So that'll be pretty good. You know, trading in a little bit of money for not being able to buy Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash for a while to be able to buy another fucking anime game. So, you know, things are fine. You know, maybe I should be a little bit depressed that I've got no plans for the future, but as far as I can see, everything's on the up and up. You know, where the future is bright. And that I've got absolutely no fucking chance of passing this race this time by. This is fucking ridiculous. How the fuck am I supposed to score 1,400 points when I can't even make it around a goddamn corner without losing them all? We're going to quit and we're going to go for something slower. I thought I could get this done with quick. I thought we were getting a quick move on, because I got the medium stuff done within 10 minutes, and then the hard stuff I got done within an episode. Maybe I should have expected very hard to be very hard. Who can say? Let's go back for the RX-8. I only used it in the episode I deleted, so we haven't seen it for a little while. so it should be okay to use again. I know that there's some cars that I still haven't used, but fuck them. You know, this game has so few cars in it. If you choose not to use one, it's a deliberate fuck you to that car. You know, which is, for me, is mostly going to be, you know, convertibles and shit that I dislike on a personal level. This thing doesn't quite carry the speed to go backwards into one of the walls on the outside of the corner, so maybe I'll be able to keep... oh, fuck. Well, Mr. Gate. There goes the entire combo. Might be able to keep any points I earn. Although, you know, having enough time to get to the next checkpoint could be... maybe not. Everything is fine. So, anyone interested to hear about a little reading that I've been doing? Because I ended up buying a bunch of books, mostly to front to my English teacher and lie that I'd read more material relevant to the course than I actually have, but also at least one because I'm genuinely interested in it, and the one that I'm genuinely interested in is Neuromancer by William Gibson, the cyberpunk book. You know, the cyberpunk book. And, you know, apart from some of the shit being slightly confusing, and a lot of the stuff isn't complained, so you have to, like, kind of imagine what's going on based on what you know about it from, you know, references and other stuff. Like, you know, I only figured out, you know, the cyberspace stuff only made sense because I've watched Johnny Mnemonic like 3 times, and I know kind of what the inside of the Matrix in Neuromancer is supposed to look like. So that's how come I ended up understanding that stuff. But, yeah, that could have been confusing and off-putting. Although it's, you know, it's still got a good narrative, even if you don't understand literally every tiny little thing that's going on. So that's fine. What's not fine is this fucking event being literally impossible. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I'm driving through the cones, but just driving through the cones doesn't score you enough points. You know, so you got to drift as well, but you start drift... The moment you start... Fuck you! All those cones were already knocked down. I shouldn't have lost any points from that. Fuck off. If you're not going to get me... If you're not going to let me gain any points from the fucking cones, then don't let me lose any on them either. Fucking Jews. Deep breath. Any chance of scoring 500 points before the finish line? Yes, no, maybe. Put your answer in the comments below. I've been robbed. I've been absolutely fucking robbed. This is a huge waste of time. But I'm gonna keep fucking doing it anyway. You can fuck off, you have failed. This is ridiculous. How the fuck? How the fucking shit cunt, right? Am I supposed to do this? Really? You know, say to my face that you managed to get gold medal on this fucking event. You fucking didn't. Now fuck off. Fuck you. There must be some kind of fucking secret technique, secret line that I'm missing. Some, you know, some fucking shortcut shit. Because so far, this is fucking awful. Hopefully I'm projecting my voice enough to reach the mic. I've leaned back now. You know, I've quit leaning forward. I've lost interest in doing this event. So I've started to lean back in the chair and just relax, and I'm taking things as they come right now. I think would be the correct descriptor for what's going on. If I angled it towards me. Shit. If I angled it towards me, it'll probably pick up my voice better. But, you know, taking my hands off the controller to angle stuff is not good for keeping the car on the road. And to, you know, to win a, and to finish first you must finish, is the way it goes. Oh, fuck you. Or to finish first, you also must, you know, get fucking autistically inch perfect. And we're done 15 minutes. Let's just move on to another episode. Fuck it.